Manatee of Crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and we're back. What's up, everybody? Come on in. What a day. Good to see you guys. I didn't know if I was going to make it today. I thought for a second, I might not. I woke up with allergies, and then I had a dentist appointment, y'all. So if you guys know how it is to have a dentist appointment, I have those all the time, by the way. See? Welcome in. You guys do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and get a membership if you can. Birdie, shout out to you. You caught alive. Indy, good to see you. Jen's a gypsy. Michelle, how you doing? Guilty of crime boyfriend has landed. What's up? Now, guess what, guys? Today we're talking about teen boy found dead. Autopsy results are in. We're going to start from the very beginning of this so we can break it down. Let me put this up for you. Let me say hi to everybody. And as I put this up for you, here we go. Justice for Giovanni Pelletier. I'm going to call him Pelletier. All right. So let me say hi to everyone. I don't want to jump in and then people say, "What happened, Jay?" And we are starting from the beginning. Maybe you caught bits and pieces. Sadie's mama says hoping rumors are not true. Could be rug related. Now, waiting for autopsy. There is a preliminary autopsy, and there's a bit more information about the autopsy. They did do a toxicology. We're going to talk about that today. This 18-year-old boy went missing on August 1st, 2025, and his body was found on August 8th. So, I mean, that must have been just really a gut-wrenching 8 days, and then his body was found. All right, North Carolina 18-year-old disappeared while on vacation in Florida, was found in a retention pond. And I don't know if you're going to believe exactly what the reports say because according to the parents, according to the people that I hear talking about this case, and my own thoughts is that there has to be some foul play that went on. It's a heartbreaking case. And all I can say is when I show you where, if you didn't already see, where the cousins pulled off on the highway or freeway, I'm not sure with what they call that there on the 70 or 75, but listen up. Listen up. There's cameras everywhere. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you that there's no way that the law enforcement is not scouting those videos now and looking for what the cousins that he had never met said to his mom and law enforcement. All right. So if you haven't heard this, I'm just going to start from the bottom. This is 8 days in. Today's August 11th. This happened starting August 1st. And then after that, his body was found. And it says on the screen, Michelle, this is North Carolina. All right. So he's from North Carolina, but I'm going to get to it. I haven't even got into it, my friends. So he went vacationing with family in Englewood. Now, this is not, if you think that the Englewood that you might be thinking in California, that it's not. All right. That it's not. They found him in a retention pond in Manatee County, Florida. So many cases are in Florida, you guys. So come on in. If you're already coming in asking questions, that's good because that means you're interested. But if you're asking questions, I haven't even started. So hello, come on in. Big hugs. Um, Dang, I woke up this morning and then the dentist just threw me off. Right. Get going, get going. I'm glad some of you haven't heard about this because, in my opinion, this family needs justice. Now, when you hear this entire tale that I'm going to tell, that is not a tale. In my opinion, it was a crime. In my opinion, they're going to find foul play. But right now, what do they say? Who's saying what? Who's There's a reward for what? What's the reward for? I just there's a lot of things in this case that I just don't it just don't add up and I don't believe it. What's up, Lady for Justice? How you doing? It will absolutely needs attention for sure because I think it's going to be one of those cases, guys, that really we think it's one thing, law enforcement says another, presser says a different thing, family says something different. It's going to be all over the place, but we're just going to start from the basics and lead up to what we know now. What we know now is Giovanni went missing August 1st and he was found in a retention pond. Now, when I tell you how this story unfolds, he was only technically missing or gone for 21 minutes. How is that possible, you ask? Well, that's what we're talking about today. How is that possible that your child leaves the house at 1:30 in the morning and 21 minutes later they text you and say, "Help me, mom"? How does that happen to anybody? That's my worst nightmare. Thank you again, Lady Justice, for the Guilty of Crime membership, and anybody else that wants to get a membership or gift one. If you have the means to, please do so. All right, now, and sorry about that. I don't know. I woke up like this today, and then, yeah, but I'm still here, and I'm glad people don't know about the whole case because it is a puzzling case, and that's why I'm covering it. So good to see you. Welcome in. Hope those people that are not in green get a membership today. That's what helps support the channel. Now, before we get, oh, so you got the membership. Welcome, welcome to the Crime Crew family. Now, listen. The rest of this week, we are giving full attention to the Madeline Soto case. We're putting eyes on Jen Soto. There's at least 3 episodes that we're going to do. I've got one scheduled for tomorrow, and we're going to cover that the rest of the week. I've got lots of episodes. Today, we're covering Giovanni, and we need to look at this case a little bit more. Okay, so it says here that we need justice for him, but as this unfolds, you guys are going to say, wait, what? Does it need justice or did he do this to himself? All right. So I want you guys, he's adorable. And I have to tell you guys, this reminds me so much of my nephew. If you saw any of those videos that people showed with my nephew, he did do 5 years. He got prison time for robbery, but he looks like that so much. All right. He reminds me of him. He was raised with me. He's like a little brother, but he's my nephew. And when I saw what happened here, my heart broke. I've saw my nephew go through things. I heard things on here about this guy possibly being in social media pics with cash, like stacks of cash. Maybe he was happy. Maybe someone saw the stacks of cash and wanted to take it from him. We don't know. I know that happened to my nephew. He left one night. I told him, "Hey, honey, don't leave the house with cash. Don't show your cash off." Well, guess what? A friend of his invited him to a party and they punched him in the face, they jumped him, and they took all of his cash. Did you hear what I just said? A friend did that to him. So I'm not going to put past these cousins that he was with. And again, this is my opinion once I get started. I do not think that this was I don't think that it was him that did that. I think it's foul play. So let's get to it. There you are. I thought I missed it. Yesterday was Sunday. I'm glad I got that. Well, all week long, I'm going to be here at 4 p.m., guys. So we got a lot of Jen Soto to cover this week. So I hope you're here with me because every case needs attention. And that's why I'm doing this today. Now, I already have the Madeline Soto case set up for the rest of the week. I have 4 episodes for the rest of the week. But I didn't start those episodes because I can't, in good conscience, cover something that's been covered over and over and not give attention to other victims that need the attention. All right. So that's what we do. Yeah. Like normal, every day, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right. Now, Sadie's mama knows a lot that's going on here, and some other people do too, but many of you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. So let's get into it. All right. Now, I do kind of have quite a bit of reading to do. I think I'm just going to start with, before anything, is body of missing 8-year-old found in Manatee County. I wanted to show you about the searches and what the heck. When you see what happened, it doesn't make sense. And you look at these freeways that they on Tampa, where there's mass traffic and major amounts of cameras. How did nobody catch anything? I mean, maybe you guys can tell me, because I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. So let me just start off real quick before I start getting into reading, because I do have a lot of reading to do today. Um, let's start with this, guys. Come on in, hit that like button. Good to see you, Randy B. How you doing? I'm gonna do a quick rewind for anybody. Family vacation, in my opinion, turned deadly by this young man now being not alive anymore, and they were on vacation. All right. And my voice is not, yeah, Synth, my voice is terrible right now because I not only do I have allergies, but I went to the dentist and I had to get a crown and on my very like second to back tooth. And then you guys see my piercings. I have piercings, and those piercings get to my teeth on the bottom here. So I live at the dentist, guys. I live at the dentist. I'll let you know, Synth, if I need you to read, I'll call you on up here. But hit the like button if you guys know what it's like to live at the dentist like I do. All right. I live at the dentist. I go every 6 months for a teeth cleaning, and then I do that for myself, and I do that for baby Guilty, and then every 6 months while I'm there I get something else done or fixed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. It's called vanity, right? We all like pretty teeth, especially when we had braces and our teeth were perfect and then we ruined them ourselves. So all right, guys, let's get into it. I'm just gonna rewind 6 days ago, and then we're gonna catch up to all this. I love teeth cleanings and I love having pretty teeth, but I don't like to go to the dentist. And today my jaw hurts because it took like 2.5 hours at the dentist on the very back teeth. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, it takes a lot of work and a lot of money to keep up with that. So hey, whatever works, man. You go every 3 months. That's awesome. I go every 3 months because I'm either rotating between baby Guilty or myself, or we'll call her Queen Guilty. Queen Guilty likes me to take her to the dentist as well. My wife does not like to go to the dentist by herself, and she always wants me to drive her and stay there with her and all that. So I pretty much live at the dentist all year long. If you don't know where to find me when I'm not here, I'm either at the dentist or on vacation if I'm not at work. So there we go, guys. Just thank you for being here. We really need to cover this. Yeah, uh, beauty is definitely it's a lot of pain. It's a pain in the ass, right? And thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So let's rewind real quick for those of you that know nothing about this case. Here you go. And as a matter of fact, when I saw the mom, the heartbreaking mom, I wanted to reach out to her immediately and give her a platform. But then I saw some of the things the family were saying, and they did not want to speak out yet because they want to know a little more. And welcome. Good to see you, Deb. How you doing? All right, let's go back to 6 days, and then we will work our way to where we are. And where we are is an autopsy has been performed and a toxicology. All right.
Turns into a search here in Central Florida. This 18-year-old boy was last seen on Friday right before he went to visit family in Brevard County. And Fox 35's Esther Bauer is hearing from his family.
This 18-year-old has been missing since early Friday morning, and Giovanni Pelletier's family is spreading their search to the Space Coast.
We've been searching for like 3 days in Bradenton County and stuff like that, and we haven't found anything, so we're just pretty much searching literally where.
All right, so you see that we're already starting with the heartbreaking family members that were reaching out. And then I also read about the family and the community and who they are. And again, another case in Florida. And I hear this woman is half Puerto Rican and partially either Puerto Rican and Black or Puerto Rican and Hispanic. But either way, the reason I got brought into the Madeline Soto case, one of the reasons was because I was representing the community. You guys know I'm Spanish and Puerto Rican, and it's always nice to have somebody in that community representing. So when I saw that, and it's not like I don't cover all cases. You guys know I cover all cases, but it hits close when you got somebody in the community that you know that you can help and be a voice for. And I just had to. So here we go. All right. I'm gonna read you the details, the minute details after this. I just want you to see what happened while on vacation and what these people are going through.
We can.
The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says Giovanni was vacationing with his family in Englewood before leaving around 1:30 in the morning on Friday to visit more family in Brevard County. Investigators say he was traveling north on I-75 with his cousins, who told detectives Giovanni suddenly began to act erratically before getting out of the car and walking away near State Road 70 in Manatee County.
We don't know anything. Only thing we know is that they said they dropped him off on the road.
Giovanni doesn't live in Florida and is from North Carolina. News of his disappearance is spreading like wildfire on social media.
Now, if that's the case, guys, ask yourselves while I'm presenting this case, what family member would do that? What family member would let you run out on the freeway when you're freaking out because supposedly he smoked some marijuana and got wild and jumped out? Now, again, with all of the cameras on a freeway like that, I don't see how they can't be looking. They can find dash cams. They can find a lot of evidence, people that drove by at the time, number one. And number two is, why didn't they get out of the car and go after him? I know my family would do that, and probably any one of you guys would do that. I'm just saying. All right, let's go.
And tips are pouring in.
We had just got a bunch of anonymous tips to check this road.
That's why this search party set out on Hammock Road in Mims, searching for signs.
My cousin Giovanni was missing for almost 4 days now, and we just want him to come home.
All of these vehicles lining the road were full of friends, family, and volunteers who came out here on Monday morning doing whatever they could to help try and find this missing young man.
I'm super grateful for all the help.
His cousins are thankful for community support, but very concerned.
He didn't leave on his own. He would have been called his mom.
Do you think he was harmed?
I don't know. I don't want to answer that one.
Brevard County deputies were also on scene.
And that's his mom. That's his family. The family members that he left with, he had never met them. They were cousins. He didn't know he was going to go do that. And yes, they did find his body. And they also already did an autopsy. The autopsy results are in. They did a toxicology. Those are coming in next. But for those of you guys that have not seen this case, I wanted to go back and show you real quick the family efforts that are heartbreaking and the family that's out there and the love and support. I wanted you to realize what happened. But the first thing I came in with was, yes, boy missing, body found. All right. So let's get to it and then I'll catch you up to where we are. Yes, his body was found.
And spoke with the family during the search. If you know anything about what could have happened to Giovanni, please call 941-639-2101. Reporting in Mims, Esther Bauer, Fox 35 News.
Now, remember, if you guys live in Florida and you also saw something or you heard that, or you heard something about, let's say you heard that somebody that was passing by, possibly somebody that possibly passed by saw somebody running out of the car, or maybe they saw somebody running out of the car or running after him, please do call local law enforcement in Florida and let them know. Give them that tip that they may need, because right now the police aren't really giving this case much attention because they're saying there was no foul play, which I cannot get down with. His body was also decomposed quite a bit when they found him, which is terrible, guys. You guys know in the Florida heat this time of year, a body in a retention pond. It was not in good shape. All right. Foxy Amazon, thank you for gifting the One Guilty of Crime membership. Carrie, good to see you. Carrie from Florida, my friend. I was gonna harp on you and say get a membership, but you already have one, so you're good. All right, guys. Welcome, Chicago Marie. I wouldn't go with the cousins that I haven't seen before. But let me tell you what, Princess, I got to tell you, when kids get a certain age, and I've seen my nephew do that, I've seen my cousins do that. We've met other family members out of state that we never knew, maybe second cousins or whatever. But normally you don't think 21 minutes later that your child, that's not even a child so much, that's 18 years old, would call you and say, help me, Mom, 21 minutes later after he left the family. All right. So good to see you guys. Thank you for the prayers for his family. Gene, I'm glad you're lurking. And yeah, exactly, Deb. They left with people that let him jump in the car. They don't go after him. They don't call 911, and they only find him when his body was already decomposed. All right. Yeah, this case. Yeah, because the autopsy results just came back in. And my money is on the cousins, but you're going to be shocked when I tell you what they're saying about this case. All right. So, okay, listen, now we're going to jump up to right now. Okay. Body was discovered in Manatee County, believed to be of the teen who went missing, detectives say. Officials say Giovanni Pelletier went missing August 1st while vacationing with his family in Englewood. I'm assuming that's Florida, before leaving to visit more relatives in Brevard County. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Now let's jump to this so you can see what they're saying about his autopsy, which is wild.
Career Rise to provide resources that connected.
I don't like these ads. I probably could have just jumped right on there, but all right.
Well, Razorback fans, we got a chance to hear.
Oh no, they didn't even give me that. All right, I'm going to show you that, and I'll show it to you in a second. I'll just read it for you. All right, so this is August 9th, updated August 10th. Everything that's been updated was all the way up until either 19 hours ago or up until today. All right, so we're getting an hour-to-hour time frame on this case and up to date with everything that you need to know. I don't know why it did that here. I really wanted to show you something, but I'll jump onto that afterwards. All right, listen, here we are. Detectives say a body was discovered off of I-75 in Manatee County on Friday evening. It has preliminarily identified Giovanni, an 18-year-old from North Carolina who went missing under suspicious circumstances. All right. An updated autopsy report released on Sunday states that further forensic testing is necessary to make a positive identification on the body. I have more up to date. Don't worry. We're getting there. And yes, absolutely, it's just speculation, but I think that people need to look at this case because the speculation of it being foul play and being a criminal case is a lot higher than this young man have done this to himself. All right. If you believe that he jumped out of the car and then ended up dying somewhere in that area and then fell in the pond, think again. All right. Just think again. All right. So autopsy happened. Medical examiner said no foul play. No foul play or trauma was found during the autopsy, and the COD is pending toxicology and further investigation. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office first announced on Sunday, August 3rd, that Giovanni went missing while vacationing with the family in Englewood before leaving to visit more relatives in Brevard County. The last time he was seen was around. Now, this is where it gets crazy, guys. This is where it gets crazy. And I know you guys might be driving or listening or doing groceries or whatever, but listen closely at the time frames here. And then you tell me if you think that he did this to himself or those people in the car knew what was happening and they should be held responsible for letting him get out on the freeway and not helping. I don't know. I don't know how that gets down. I don't know what you can do. Randy B, you definitely need to be green, my friend, but it's okay if you're not. All right. Carrie's focused, which is good. We like when you're focused, Carrie. All right. Pay attention here. Listen, he went out, last seen 1:30 a.m. on Friday, August 1st, when his cousins, who he never met, picked him up in Charlotte County. Deputies say the group was heading north on I-75 when the cousins claimed that he suddenly became erratic before leaving the vehicle and walking away near State Road 70 in Manatee County. Now, Carrie, since you're listening so close, I want you to tell me, are there cameras on those freeways? You're from that area in Florida, and it's a busy streets, lots of traffic. Are there really a lot of cameras? Should they be able to go back on the cameras and look? Let me know in chat, all right? Now, let's keep going. Deputies. Okay, now we got, since Pelletier's disappearance, his aunt launched a GoFundMe, which raised more than $16,000 as of Friday afternoon. I'm going to pull it up after. All right. She wrote on the fundraiser website that his disappearance was deeply troubling and involved suspicious circumstances. Now, listen, she said Giovanni sent a chilling text message to his mom before his disappearance. Now, look at how many minutes. He left the house at 1:30 a.m. And by 1:51 a.m., 21 minutes later, the first message came in. Mom, help. Shelley Croft, part of the search and rescue team of the nonprofit, said, "We Are the Essentials began as day-long searches for Giovanni on Monday. After the relatives say Giovanni sent similar messages to others, and he tried to FaceTime his mother, but she was asleep. He hadn't made contact since." So 21 minutes after leaving the house, guys, he jumps out of a car, runs away, and then found 8 days later decomposed. The family said his backpack was left on the highway. The problem with the search area is it goes from here all the way back to Mims, Florida. All right. Now, Billy Lane with We Are the Essential previously said it's not as much looking as it is smelling and listening. Right. Pelletier's mother, Bridget, has been part of the search every single day. Now, let's go back. Listen, his mom's been part of the search every single day. What other miserable moms have not been part of any searches? We can go back to Jen Soto. We can go back to what? The Wells case, the Sebastian Rogers case. How many cases are there where parents just were completely absent and never made a statement at all? Do you find that suspicious? Well, guess what? That's not the case here. All right. And this is very heartbreaking. 21 minutes after leaving. All right. Welcome, guys. Come on in. Do me a favor. Like Annette just did. She gifted a membership for you guys that need them. This is how the channel gets supported. Thumbs up, like button, and then share with your friends. If you want to help the channel out by gifting a membership or super chat, super sticker, that's how we support the channel. You can also go over to ghost.org and sign up for Guilty of Crime. You will not regret it. I promise. All right. Guilty of Crime will be your daily news. That's all I got to say about that. What's up, Cinnamon? Glad you got a membership. Faith and Repentance, good to see you. Tink, Leilani Simon didn't search either. She lied her ass off. And then she's the one that did it ultimately, all right? This mom is not a potato. She's a real deal, and I'd love to help her. Yes, Chief Rocca, definitely always love for you. My Guilty of Crime man, my security guard, all that. And then Synth, love you, girl. Thank you for the 5 Guilty of Crime memberships. But you guys should thank her because you guys are going to want to thank Synth for getting a membership. Yeah, Sebastian's mom didn't search shit. What's up, Miss Buckeye99? Good to see you. Good to see you. Much love for you. Come on in. Buckle up. You're going to be in for a ride, all right? So body's found. Now, his mother, Bridget, searched every single day. And every time I go on the news or read an article, his mom is there. She's strong. She's determined that this is her baby and she's going to go to the ends of the earth to get answers. She's not going to quit. Now, this is what she previously stated. She said, you've got to pray for the best and prepare for the worst. Bridget spoke to People magazine, which I'm going to read an article, but I got a better one. I got a better one from Distractify, What Happened, where it shows the family members. All right. So People magazine explained to her that her son was in Florida to learn more about his dad's family. All right. So he wanted to learn about the dad side of the family, which is African American. The mom is Puerto Rican mixed. Now, Pelletier was reported born in Florida and lived in the state until moving to North Carolina with his mom when he was 4. He was craving the culture and the background from his dad's side of the family, and I couldn't give that to him, she said to the outlet. So she wanted him to have the opportunities with the dad's side. All right. Investigations continues in the search. We're gonna listen to all this. Investigations ongoing. All right. So family teen sent chilling text before mom's vanishing in Manatee County. All right. Let me see if this says plays it real quick. Oh no, it keeps changing. Let me see. Let's look at the family real quick. No, it took me to another. Hold on. I don't like ads, guys. What's up with these ads?
Developing tonight, questions and concern after the disappearance of a teenager. Giovanni Pelletier was last seen in Manatee County during a visit with family 1 week ago. And 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Miguel Octavio joins us live from where search teams look for days. Miguel, a body was found there just hours ago.
Dave, hours ago, investigators found the body that is believed to be a man in a retention pond. It was found not far from here. It's also the same area where Giovanni Pelletier was last seen 1 week ago.
Hours ago, lines of first responders packed this exit ramp off State Road 70 in Bradenton. A crime scene investigations vehicle and members of the dive team were here. This comes as the search for...
And the reason I'm showing you this is because I want you to see the terrain where this happened. And thank you, Miss Buckeye 99, for those prayers. We really need those prayers. And it's so sad that this young man just wanted to find out about his other side of the family and get that culture. And then this happened. I mean, yeah, mom help is killing me too. I can't, this is my worst nightmare. This is my absolute worst nightmare ever. That your child would leave the house, you give him a hug, love you, loves, kisses, hugs, mama's boy, mama's kids, and 21 minutes later, mom help, and I didn't answer a FaceTime. I would die every day just a little bit more, all right? And good to see you. Em, this is not a friend. This is sickening what happened. He went with his cousins that he had never met. And again, I'm speculating, but you know, and thank you, Angel Light. Thank you for thanking Synth. I appreciate that. All right. So yeah, his mom, I just can't, I just want to help her. I don't know how I can help her, but I want to help.
18-year-old Giovanni Pelletier went on for days with help from the nonprofit We Are the Essentials.
Well, the problem with the search area is that it goes from here all the way back to Mims, Florida.
The family of Giovanni says he was in the area to visit his dad's side of the family. After being picked up by his cousins in Charlotte County, his mom says she got a chilling text message just before 2 in the morning.
It's kind of chilling. Mom, help.
Deputies say Giovanni and his cousins headed north on I-75 when the cousins state he, quote, suddenly began to act erratically, left the car and walked off. His mom has been worried since.
She is out every day until dark.
Now that's a real mom, right? That's a real mom. And don't worry, we're going to get to all these, Chief Rocca, we're going to get to all these questions. It doesn't make any sense. And when it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. If it doesn't make sense, it's not the truth. If it doesn't make sense, then that means the other thing that happened that is the most sensical, common sense thing is probably what happened. And that's what we're talking about today. All right. So thank you. We're going to look back. We're going to go on to Facebook next, and we're going to look at his girlfriend / ex-girlfriend and how much she loved him. I do not see any mental issues or outbursts. I don't see a damn thing. I don't think he did that to himself at all. I just feel connected. I want to help her too. I'm so happy that you're feeling the same and putting light on this. Well, thank you, Coco Cutie. If you're anybody that ever works with me, like Carrie or any of the mods, you guys know that the cases that I pick up are ones that do speak to me. I don't just pick up any case that I just come across. I really my heart's in it. I'm going to give you a recap of the autopsy right now, my friend. Let me finish this one and we'll get to it. That's where I'm going next. I'm going to tell you all about the autopsy and the toxicology. I'm getting there, my friend. And if I had already got there, I certainly would recap it for you. 18 years old, Andy. 18 years old. heartbreaking. And I am going to reach out to this mom once I let them settle down. I was already going to, and I said, no, let's give her some time.
There are feet on the ground, searching everywhere she can think of. She is strong. She's determined. This is her child. This is her baby. And she's going to go to the ends of the earth to find him and get answers, and she's not going to quit.
Multiple law enforcement agencies have since been involved with the hope of returning Giovanni, described as smart, kind, and full of life, home safely.
Now, we also heard from Giovanni's mom, who told People magazine that they've been trying to call him, reach him through FaceTime as well, but they ended up finding his phone and his backpack near where he was last seen. Dave.
Boy, this has been agonizing for the family, Miguel. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office released some details about the body found in the area.
Yeah, they are conducting a death investigation. They cannot confirm if this is tied to Giovanni Pelletier, only that the body they found is confirmed or likely suspected to be a male. We did get an update from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. They say in their search they've used live scents, canines, and also aviation units. Anyone with information is still encouraged to reach out to law enforcement.
Yes, if you were on the freeway and you saw something like that going down, someone get off the side of the road, running now, what's this commotion? What's happening? Well, then call in. If you know about cameras, whatever, call in. All right. So I'm about to get to what they found next. All right. So August 9th, they say a body was discovered off of I-71 in Manatee County. It has been preliminary identified. Now it's identified. All right. So now they found him, and we're gonna get on there next. So we already went over the GoFundMe, the chilling text 151, the search for Giovanni, what to do if you see him, and we know that we're not going to. All right, so let's drop this down, and I will get you I'll put that up. And the reason that we have justice for Giovanni up here is because we don't feel like that we don't feel the way that the law enforcement feels, where they don't think it's foul play. So if you were asking about the autopsy right now, I'm going to tell you about that right now. Okay. Like right now. So make sure you stay here right now. I'm going to give you this. We're going on the next one. This was yesterday evening. More testing needed on body, believed to be. It's the preliminary, and then I'll get into the next part. We're going to go back to the family details. We're going to go on to Facebook, see what his girlfriend has to say. All right. So this is all up to date. All right. Hold on. Let me share this with you. I never like to have a blank screen. Oh my goodness. Is Thomas Karras here? Thomas, my guy. Maybe you can go drive around Florida and find something. I have my allergies are crazy, Mo. My allergies are crazy, and I had a dentist appointment today, and my jaw hurts. So I'm doing my best here. All right. I'm doing my very best here today. I almost did not come on today, and then I decided that this case is much more important than my stupid allergies or my jaw hurting. All right. So you guys want to help support the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and then share with your friends. All right. What's up, guys? Good to see you. If you guys just rolled in, and no, I never want to imagine this. Here are the preliminary autopsy reports, and then I'm going to play another clip that talks more about the autopsy reports and what they think. Thomas, my guy. Addie says, I believe that something horrible happened inside the car. Giovanni was so afraid for his life. He was desperately trying to contact his mom. He would have never left his phone behind. He would have never dropped his backpack or his phone, in my opinion, on the way. I think that they threw his phone out, they broke it, and they left his backpack there, and they said, let's get out of here. We're done. Coco Cutie always comes through. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super sticker. Let me play this. Okay. If you're listening, this is about the autopsy report. This was from yesterday. Thank you so much, Coco. Let me get a drink. I don't want to sound congested. And you guys let me know real quick while we're listening to this. Put a 1 in chat if you're okay with me presenting true crime today, right now. And I'm checking your message, Carrie. If you're okay with me presenting true crime when I have allergies and I sound like shit, let me know. If you think I should have waited until I don't have allergies, hit 2. All right. All right. Carrie says, I I literally don't think Jay's teeth could be any more perfect. She makes me want to book my dentist appointment. Well, thank you. Then it was worth it then, right? All right. You guys still want me to report. That's what I thought. I thought so. All right. I love you guys. It's just when I hear people saying that I sound like shit, I just don't want to put you through me sounding like shit. All right. But I'm here for the cases. All right.
Results from the autopsy of an 18-year-old from Fuquay-Varina who was found dead. The results are inconclusive. The Bureau's Kirsten Clark joins us live from Fuquay-Varina tonight. Kirsten, what did the local sheriff say about those results?
Eric, according to the results, there is still more testing that needs to be done to provide the answers Giovanni's family is desperately searching for. They're still wondering what happened to the teen, a former student here at Fuquay-Varina High School, after learning of that shocking discovery in a Florida retention pond.
This video shows Manatee County Sheriff's deputies at the scene where they confirmed Giovanni's body was recovered. But according to an autopsy, the medical examiner believes they still need more tests to be sure it's really Giovanni Pelletier. The medical examiner also says he found no evidence of foul play. The cause of death is still pending. Detectives believe the body had been in the pond for several days. We learned that a family member was searching for Giovanni when they saw what appeared to be a body partially submerged at the edge of the pond and notified deputies. Pelletier was last seen on August 1st in Mims, Florida. We spoke with Giovanni's aunt last week. She says the family was in Englewood, Florida on vacation visiting with Giovanni's mother's fiance's family. Giovanni met up with his cousins early Friday morning around 1:30. Shortly after, Giovanni's mother received an ominous text message from her son that read, "Mom, help." According to the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, the cousin said he suddenly began to act erratically before exiting the vehicle and walking away. The family tells us they have concerns about the cousin's possible.
Oh, first of all, guys, let me tell you this. Number one, I'll leave that down there because Addie, I agree with you. They absolutely deserve answers. And I don't think we need to wait the weeks for the results. I'm going to play another one about the results next and the toxicology. Okay, so listen. This doesn't add up. Just hear me out for a second, all right? This makes no sense. Number one, this makes no sense. Nobody's going to get out of the car erratically and walk away, all right? Since Cerber, you caught that. How would he just walk away? I'm mad about this. You guys can see I'm getting heated, all right? I'm heated because that doesn't make sense. Nobody gets out of your car erratic and walks away. That doesn't make sense. Those two things don't add up. Number one. Number two, if that happened, if he literally got out of the car, how would he get out of the car while they were driving? First of all. And second of all, if your family member, even if it wasn't a family member, got out of the car on the freeway and walked away, wouldn't you walk after him and say, "Bro, come on, I know." And then to top that off, wouldn't you call 911 just seconds later and say, "You know what? My cousin just got out of the car. He went out erratically and I couldn't get him." Those three things don't make sense. Those don't go together. That's like me telling you I just ran the mile, but I walked it. It makes no sense. Exactly. No sense. Nobody followed him. No one called 911. And his backpack just mysteriously went out on the ground with the phone. It doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it didn't happen. You don't erratically get out of the car and then walk away. Can you imagine? I'm like, "I need out of here. Let me out." And then just walk away, toss my phone, toss my backpack. Absolutely not. And if it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. All right. And I think so too. I absolutely think the same thing. Right. This needs all eyes on it. Now listen, we're gonna pull up another clip talking about the autopsy that came out last night.
Possibly changing their story. Giovanni's backpack and phone were also left on the side of the road. His phone was last pinged near a highway in Manatee County, Florida.
Again, more testing needs to be done to positively confirm that it is Giovanni's body. We are still working to learn as much as we can about what happened leading up to the discovery of that body. Live in Fuquay-Varina, Kirsten Clark, WRAL News.
I'm going to pull up another one, but I want you to, I'm looking at your message right now, Carrie, and I don't know if you want me to, I can pull that up if you want, if you email me what you texted me. I can certainly pull that up if you want to. If you want to look at the map. All right, an autopsy conducted after wake of Florida teen. Let me pull that up, and then I never like to have you guys sitting here looking at a blank screen while I'm not talking. I can't stand when I'm watching like a true crime channel and they just leave me hanging for minutes and minutes and minutes. All right. So Carrie, I got this, and I'm looking here at the map of Englewood, and you say it's an hour and 8 minutes. Are you talking about from you? And then it says answering the question about the cameras. Has to be a felony, not a missing person, because I don't know what exactly, but answering about the cameras. So you're telling me there's cameras? Okay, so an hour and 8 minutes from you, and there's a bunch of cameras. There's got to be a bunch of cameras on a main freeway like that. It doesn't make sense. All right, yeah, let's make it make sense. All right, let's make it make sense, because it doesn't. All right, more on the autopsy. Hold on, sorry.
New tonight, a Florida medical examiner's office has conducted a preliminary autopsy on human remains believed to be a Wake County 18-year-old who disappeared more than a week ago in southern Florida.
And right now, the cause of death for Giovanni Pelletier remains unknown. The Fuquay-Varina teenager went missing on August 1st while vacationing with family in Englewood, Florida. A week later, deputies announced the 18-year-old's decomposing body was...
Okay, so there it is, actually. I can leave it right here. Thank you, Carrie. That's actually what you sent, so that's okay. Go take your call. We love you. Come on back. Now, look at that. You guys know that area. You guys see the highways, the freeways, the Highway 75 or 775. You tell me that let's pretend like there was a serial KILL, right? Let's say you tell me that if somebody was up and down that way dumping a body, even like Stephen Stearns did, they caught his every move on traffic cameras and every camera. Stephen got caught on every single level of everything he was doing. Make that make sense that they don't have cameras that can corroborate that story. No, you could tell he's not a violent person. I'm going to get into his personality and how much they love him, etc. It doesn't make any sense. Thank you, Kel. Smash that like button, guys. All right, so we're talking about the autopsy. All right, we're still talking about the autopsy, and now I'm telling you all of this, and where this. You tell me there's no cameras on the lights on the freeway, on the dash cams, on the no. I don't believe
recovered from a retention pond in neighboring Manatee County.
The sheriff's office there say they believe the body is Pelletier based on evidence at the scene, but the medical examiner's office says the advanced stage of decomposition means more testing is needed before they can make a positive identification. The medical examiner also found no signs of foul play or trauma during the autopsy. You can read more information about the investigation right now on our website, cbs17.com.
All right, so let's get that out of here, and then I'm going to get you back up to here real quick. Let me just share my screen. I want to make sure I get everything for you. Let's take a look at this GoFundMe real quick. And yeah, 75 is crazy. You have to take it. I don't know what that means, Sadie's mama, but yes, 75 is crazy, and there's no way that there's no surveillance on that, and there's no way that this beautiful young boy flipped out, and his family members, after he flipped out, let him walk off. All right. I think they did something to him. They derugged him, did something to him, got physical real quick. I think they didn't like him from the get-go. And now I'm just throwing things out, guys. I'm throwing things out, but I'm just using my own experiences. And what I'm going to tell you is something that is my experience, especially with my nephew. My nephew grew up in my family, which is obviously not of the Black community. Neither's my mom, neither's any of my family. And when he realized and started talking to the other side of his family, which is the Black community, a lot of them gave him a hard time for being whitenized. And I'm looking at this picture of Justice for Giovanni on here, and I'm wondering, how did he talk? What did he sound like? Did he get in the car? And yes, I'm just speculating. I'm giving you the possibilities of what I think and what I found. And what I think and what I found and what I know with my nephew, and why I didn't have baby guilty. We were going to have baby guilty we were going to use Puerto Rican, but we were going to do the black Puerto Rican, but we decided not to because we don't have that culture. He wanted to learn his culture. My nephew wanted to learn his culture. And when he went to hang out with friends that were the black community and just the black community, said he wasn't black enough. All right. Oh, you're too whitenized. And they picked on him for being too whitenized. No, you don't pick your friends or family, but I'm telling you, it's a big deal here. If you're in San Jose and you're not Mexican enough, or you're not Hispanic enough, or you're not black enough to be with a certain community, people don't like it. That happens to me even to me. If I go into a place with all Hispanic people, I've been told right to my face, Jay, you're a disgrace. You don't speak Spanish. Your mom's Spanish. You're Puerto Rican. Look at your color. I've been shunned because I'm not Hispanic enough, or I don't speak Spanish enough. And all I can say is I'm gonna speculate just a little bit. All right. Whitenized is the word that I use for my nephew because we like to joke with him when they say that he's not black enough for them. And now remember, Giovanni was trying to get the culture and the other side. We don't know. I'm going to see if I pull up a video. There are videos I'm going to show you on Facebook. All right. So this is me talking, coming from my experience and my speculation. All right. I think that's part of what the cousin said was true. They were smoking weed, offered to Gio, he rejected, and they popped him off the side of the road. And I'm telling you, if you have that experience with different cultures of your family, then you'll realize what that means and what I'm trying to say and why baby guilty got the white Puerto Rican and not the black Puerto Rican, because I don't have that culture. I just don't. I'm never going to, and I can't. All right. Annette says, I love you anyway. Exactly, Fortnite. Exactly. You've been shunned. My nephew's been my nephew is beautiful now. He did his time. I got him a job, which I was shunned for getting my nephew a job when he got out of prison at my company, mechanical engineering company. And now he's with Grandma Pearl, my mom. He lives with her. All right. So he's 27 now. All right. He did his time. He's all good. I don't know why they're not showing that, but I'm suspecting we'll be able to see it soon. This was so international. The picking him up at 1:30 is problematic to start with. And then 21 minutes later is a huge blow. That's a huge blow. Love you too, Randy B. And I love all you guys. I'm so grateful that you guys understand me and where I'm coming from. I only can use my own experiences that I have to relate to you. And that's why I tell you guys so many personal things about myself, because I try to relate to what's going on in the cases. All right. And shout out to Vermont. I love you. All right. Much love, much love, much. I understand Spanish, but I don't speak it. All right. I understand it. If you're talking shit about me in Spanish, I'm going to know. All right. Oh, yeah. I've been my whole life, Gene. Don't even worry about it. My whole life, I've been treated a certain way for being not Hispanic enough, being not straight enough, being too gay, blah, 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 blah. But it's not about me. It makes you a stronger person. So F all that. Giovanni would have been stronger had they not taken his life, in my opinion. All right. Oh, yeah, I love my baby boy. I love him. I don't know if he wants to go on because the people did some really mean stuff, but there you go. You're a white-niced Puerto Rican. All right, let's take a look at this GoFundMe real quick. All right. I'm glad you guys understand what I'm talking about here. All right, I'm just going to show you this quickly. Now they've got 28,482 raised, 761 donations, $40,000 is the goal. There's his beautiful mom that's just dying inside, guys. Desiree Pelletier is organizing this fundraiser on behalf of Bridget. All right. So if you guys want to go donate, I'm going to put this up there. What's even worse is that this is called GoFundMe. Giovanni's last words, help me, mom. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable that his mom's going to have that forever in her mind, that his last words were help me, mom. and he tried to FaceTime her and she was sleeping, so she didn't answer. All right. Intentionally done. There you go. He just wanted to meet his family. He just wanted to get a more culture from the other side of the family. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This case bothers me a lot. They do call it whitewash too in my community. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I love when you guys are lurking and you come out from the lurking to make comments like that. All right. Yes, he's adorable and love you, Em. Good to see you. All right. All right. Let's anyway, fundraiser. I dropped the link, GoFundMe. My family's living a nightmare. My 18-year-old nephew, Giovanni. So it wasn't the mom that set it up. It was the sister of the mom. All right, listen, he was picked up by relatives to visit his father's side, and according to the family members, he was later abandoned on the side of the road in Bradenton, Florida. His phone and backpack were found on the highway, and the last message said, "Help, Mom." And I want to remind you 1,000 times that he said, "Help, Mom," 21 minutes after he left. Now, if he texted that and his phone was found on the ground in his backpack, in my opinion, they did something to him. They kicked him out and they threw his shit out. All right. So Giovanni's smart, kind, and full of life. He didn't deserve this. Our family is devastated, terrified, and doing everything to bring him home. All right. We know now he's been found. Many people are asking how they can donate. We see next door. If you can give even a few dollars to help, please do. And I will. I'm going to donate to that after this. All right. So, and then I love that they put some pictures up there of him. Let me take a look at some of these just real quick. Pretty much they're all the same, but look at that. Look at that beautiful guy. And you can see that. You can kind of see what he meant by wanting to see the other side of his family and the community. You see him and you can see that he's the darkest one. He's got the curliest hair. He's got the most. And then he's got the Puerto Rican side, which there's white Puerto Ricans and black Puerto Ricans. So if you understand culture like that and you understand the way that works, you can see in that picture right there that he was around the lighter side of the Puerto Ricans. All right. Giovanni he had a beautiful smile. Look at him. Oh, okay. All right. We're going to get into that next. I'm going to show you some pictures. Just a beautiful young guy. You can see here he's with the stepdad and his mom and other children, just wanting to learn about the rest of his family. And then you can see here it's updated, and my son was recently found after a desperate search, right? Still facing an active investigation into his death. And she's right. She's living every worst parent's nightmare, trying to find the strength to give him the goodbye he deserves. Any funds raised now will provide crucial support, funeral, medical, and legal costs. All right. And they want to honor his memory through this unimaginable heartbreak. All right. So you can see here, there's a lot to go through. I can spend quite a while going through this, but just go over there, go donate to them. It's definitely something that you want to do. You want to help. I want to help his mom so bad. I want to help her even further. So I'm going to just show you this real quick. And then we're going to get into the Facebook stuff so that you can see what a beautiful soul he was. There's nothing that says Giovanni had mental issues or he was on medication, and none of that was there. All right. And while I'm here, let me thank you so very much, Angel Light. You're such a sweetheart, for the $5 super sticker. And then I missed that, but I got you Coco Cutie for the $9.99. Appreciate that. Anybody else that wants to super chat, super sticker, any of those, or just hit the like button. It's free. All right. I instantly thought the cousins were sketchy, but I do have a bias. All right. All right. Let's just take a look at this. This is updated. Now today, this was from today at 11:30 a.m. All right. Sent text to his mom, please help. That's that picture again of his cousins and that beautiful smile. All right. Now, I'm just going to go through this real quick. We know he was 18 years old, and his body was found 2 days ago, guys. It was discovered in the pond near I-75, State Road 70. And as I suspected, and Carrie let me know, in Florida, that's a pretty populated place, guys. Those freeways, those highways, that area, would not just be dead at 1:30 in the morning. I love your guys' comments right now. Everybody in chat is like, they're here, they're listening, you guys are present. I love you guys. All right. You guys are so awesome. They were jealous for whatever reason. That's a good possibility as well. That's a good possibility. All right. And hello, Sabrina, the middle-aged witch. I love that too. All right. All right. So this was this morning. They found his body. We heard what happened already. What happened so far? We got into all this. He went missing on August 1st, and they go into a little more about the family. According to Giovanni's mother, her son was found. Listen, I didn't even realize this, guys. Did you know that he was found by a private investigator hired by the family in an area that police had already claimed to have searched? Did you know that? Did anybody know that? So this is why I came here today. I'm so heated about this case. Number one, I'm heated that they say they don't suspect foul play. And number two, did any of you know that the people that found, or the person that found Giovanni, was a private eye that law enforcement had already looked over? The private eye found him where police couldn't or wouldn't. So if that gives you more of a reason to go donate to the family on a GoFundMe, they're paying for private eye, they're paying for his funeral. I didn't even know that. This article's updated today. I just found it. Yeah, it was our first time meeting. So listen, a private eye found his body. All right. Now, mother and we saw the father, or fiance, Jeremy Brown, had been visiting Englewood, Florida from North Carolina, and Giovanni wanted to reconnect with his father's side of the family. Cousins picked him up 1:30 a.m. 21 minutes later, his mom got messages saying help. Now, they were planning on driving for 3 hours to Mims, Florida, and Bridget was going to pick him up the following day. Not even 21 minutes later, it says here that he's getting out of his cousin's vehicle. Mom, help me. Read the text. He also repeatedly sent his aunt and his grandfather. It was the last time the family heard from him. His aunt said there's somewhere along that ride that something happened. All right. Now, this is awesome. You guys can also go on to X. There's a lot on there. But we've got a lot going there. I'm going to go on Facebook here in a minute and show you what I'm talking about. All right. Mom, help. There's a lot of new updates on there. Desiree said something is not right with the cousin story. They claimed Giovanni had been acting erratically after they smoked marijuana. They also claimed that he panicked. Did you guys hear this yet? They claimed he panicked and pulled out a knife. His mother's fiance, Jeremy Brown, can't understand why the group would leave him on the side of the road. Whatever it is, I can't fathom somebody leaving a family member on the side of the road. It's just crazy to me. Only they know his state of mind and whether they're telling us the truth. I don't know. And that's what's been hard on this search. Some information we're getting, but not 100%. Did you hear that though? They now say, which I never heard before, that he pulled out a knife on the side of the road. Did you just hear that? So two things that I just found. Number one, they said that a private eye found his body where law enforcement couldn't. And number two, this is the first time I've heard that he had a knife and he pulled a knife out on him. All right. Yeah, let them grow. And this, exactly. Yeah, I'm speculating that there's a bunch of liars. Shout out to Chris. What's up? They never called nobody. Bullshit. Never called anybody. And now all of a sudden he had a knife? What? That doesn't make any sense, guys. All right. And I just saw this. And she literally says it doesn't make sense. Why would he say help me 3 different times to 3 different people? All right. And then Giovanni's backpack and phone were found, like I told you, by a truck driver on the next day. All right. So there's if you go on to X, Matt Thibodeau, I follow him a lot in the I follow him a lot, period. Sebastian case, Maddie case. So hashtag Giovanni, the body's found in Florida. You can follow Matt. He's good. He's a good reporter. All right. And we read about Giovanni, smart, kind, full life. He didn't deserve this. Right now, we're going to get into a little bit more of his background. I'm going to pull this up because I want you to see what his girlfriend / ex-girlfriend is saying about him on Facebook, and you'll be able to see other pictures. Yeah, 20 minutes in, he left at 1:30 and was saying, help me by 1:51 a.m. All right. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Boy, I tell you what, if Polk County Grady Judd would have already had them dirtbags in custody, I agree. They don't even have anybody, and they're not looking anybody. They're not looking at anybody as foul play. Now, you say maybe you put them there for the Gators to take care of. Those guys didn't know. I don't think they really cared. They didn't. They'd have called 911. Sherry says, why are so many cases connected to Florida? You tell me. I don't live in Florida. You tell me. Sunshine Laws makes the news. Okay, that makes sense. Listen, guys, I have a half-ass presser conference. Can I tell you something? There's a half-ass press conference that doesn't even want to take the responsibility of Giovani, that says, oh, we would be doing more. We would be doing more for Giovani, but it's not in our area. I assure you, he wasn't in our area. That pissed me off. All right. And thank you, Tiff. Tiff sent me a picture of his dad. A lot of people always want to know about family members, and his dad is currently locked up, which is the dad that he wanted to see the other side of. Now, Tiff, I can't really do anything with this, but thank you. If you want to send me an email, I'd be happy to show everybody what his dad looked like so you can see what he wanted to know about his dad and that side of the family. Anyway, his dad is incarcerated. It's hard to, I can't really, anyway, let me see. There's a huge light on it. That's his dad, guys. His dad's incarcerated. So if you wanted to know about his dad's side, his dad's the African-American side and his mom is the Puerto Rican side. All right. Thank you for sending that, Tiff. If you email it to me, I'll try to remember to pull it up. A lot of people are texting me right now. It's funny. All right. Chris, what did Chris say? Did I miss something? Yeah, dad's locked up. They made him wait hours before they picked him up to begin with. Wow, I didn't know that either. That a lot of people are saying PCP or bad state, and that's a good possibility too. Good possibility too. All right, you emailed it. Okay. Thank you, Tiff. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Justice for Giovani. Now, this I picked up on because I saw some news articles with Lexi J, and she's talking about Giovani. She's got the Justice for Giovani, talks about him being deceased under deeply troubling circumstances. And you don't get to hear much about anybody. The Pelletier is infamous in California, the name Pelletier. It is, right? Now, this is in Florida, guys. This is in Florida. All right. Now, here's the thing, One Love, Kelly. Justice can't be served if law enforcement doesn't do anything. If law enforcement doesn't think that the family had anything to do with this, and they think that he really jumped out of the car and walked away, then nothing's going to be done. Now, do me a favor. There's 172 people in here. It's free to hit the like button. All right. All right. All right, let me take a look. This is great. I love seeing these kind of things and what he did and who he was. All right, so Lexi J, please help. Found under deeply troubling circumstances. Multiple Now, listen, it says multiple counties are involved. Their suspected gang connections and critical evidence leads have been overlooked. We are calling the FBI to take over this investigation and ensure thorough, unbiased, and transparent search for the truth. Your voice matters. Every signature sends a message that Giovani's life matters and the public demands accountability. So you know what I'm going to do, right? You know that I'm going to get that change.org and I'm going to share that with you, and then we're going to sign it. Now, I'm going to tell you what counties in a minute, because after this, I'm going to show you the county that they did a presser in one of the counties that say they're not going to do anything because it wasn't in their jurisdiction. Even though it was supposed to be in those several counties, they're turning it away. Yeah, Manatee County, but there's more. There's much more to this. If you listen to the news and then you listen to the family and then you listen to the law enforcement, none of it matches up, guys. Make that make sense. Now go sign that petition. Click and sign. I just sent it. Share it with 5 people, family, friends, coworkers, Facebook, whatever. Post it to social media. Hashtag America's Nephew. Encourage others to tag media, local officials, and FBI in their posts. And this is why we're covering this case today. So you guys can tag whoever, put it wherever, go to X, whatever, sign whatever, donate to GoFundMe, do whatever you can to help. They're begging for help, and law enforcement isn't helping. All right. It sounds like systemic racism found where law enforcement already looked. ME says no foul play. Yeah, make that make sense. Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I already broke that down to you. All right. What if the cousins drugged him? He got lost, instantly hot, some rugs to do. He ran. Now, that could have happened, but why didn't his cousins go after him? He called 3 different people for help. He texted 3 different people for help. Why did he text 3 different people that weren't in the car for help? Those 3 people continued their drive to go where they were going. Why couldn't they help him? So make that make sense. That does it. I cannot believe that no foul play. None of that. It just doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then it didn't happen. All right? Yeah. The autopsy is partially there, but you mean we need toxicology. All right. I think you guys want toxicology more than anything. All right. Justice for Giovani. Sign the petition. Now I want you to take a look at this so you can see Lexi Ray post her post, and you can see nothing. Hold on. I can't play the music, guys, so I'm gonna just run this through and let you see who he was, and then read it a little bit to you. Why didn't he call 911? Because something was wrong with him, Synth. Obviously, sometimes when something's wrong, you can't think to do that. Instead, you text your mom. He didn't know. Obviously, something was wrong. That's why we need the toxicology report, because something was wrong. All right? He did have his phone. He did have his phone because he texted his mom 3 times, or he texted his mom, FaceTimed his mom, and then he went to 3 other people or 2 other people. All right. So weren't they? Thank you for saying that. Look at how cute. Nobody said anything about his character, that he's a jerk, that he had mental health. Nothing. Nothing. And nobody's doing anything except the family. All right. So I'm showing you this because I want you to see the. Right. I'll read this to you. All right, so this is so unbearable. I love you so much. I don't know how to be without you right now. All right, I'll read more. In loving memory of Giovanni Pelletier. All right, I love you so big. I always have. I miss you so much. I always will. I love you so much. My number 1 supporter, always cheering me on. Such a beautiful, just, ugh. And then he has a white girlfriend too, guys. So, I mean, I'm just saying, he's got a white girlfriend with blue eyes. He wanted to identify with this family. And I do have to tell you, if you guys know what I'm saying, sometimes also in another community, they'll talk trash. They'll say, you're not black enough. Why are you dating a white girl? Who knows? I'm just speculating. All right. So, I mean, everything I've seen so far about this kid, Giovanni, says nothing but loving, supportive, just all around a great kid. I don't want to know because I'll feel bad. All right, there he is with the snake. I don't know if there's music. I don't hear anything. I don't think they put words on it unless, let's see. No, there's nothing until it starts playing music. All right. I actually like that song, man. I want to play it. All right. Inside jokes. You're generally the person I ran to when things were bad. Our love was genuine. I love you. Rest in peace, handsome. I miss you so much. I love you so much. Damn, guys. This is rough. This is when I see stuff like that, it makes me so sad. You actually can, Lady for Justice. He's 18 years old. So can you try to FOIA those? It is the Sunshine State. Wyatt says the cousins did throw it out of the car. And how do you know that, sir? What a cute young couple. Yeah. Right? Coco says jealous cousins lacing in to mess with them. Things go wrong and they dumped him and ran. That I agree. Call him an Oreo. All that stuff. Where are the cousins now? Nowhere to be found. All right, let me go back to this Facebook a little bit. I just wanted you guys to be able to see that, because it's always so nice to see the connections that people have and what. So I love that she took on here to do this. I mean, look at this handsome young man. Most people don't have things to say about people after death, but there's not one person that says anything bad. I wonder what his dad has to say. Well, his dad's in jail right now, or prison possibly. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows if how his dad was even, how involved he was. I don't know. Gotta go. Keep the watch. Good night. Good night. All right. Yeah, I'm never going to believe that there's no suspicious circumstances. All right. So beautiful young guy calling all volunteers, search teams, location, volunteers need. This is where they're looking for him. All right. And there it is, guys. There's the place. This must be the place where they found him right here. Look at that dense, awful Florida today. Family members join August 4th. He was still missing. Family members, friends volunteer. They go out there with their motorcycles. They got the ATVs, the search, handing out water. That's beautiful to see that, though. He definitely had a good support system, didn't he? And it looks like they're showing where and what. You can see Wiley and Hammock. I know they called that out. All right, look at that. That's creepy. Do you see that? There's a shoe upside down, like a footprint, like a boot. Look at that boot, guys. All right, just went and signed the petition, over 2,000 signatures. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And Wyatt, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. All right, the dad doesn't get out until 2053. He didn't have a relationship. He was not happy, comfortable about Gio meeting the cousins. What's up, Cynthia? Good to see you. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. We have still 170 people in here. And look at that creepy ass photo. Doesn't that look creepy? There's a boot. All right. Lexi Roberts drove up to Mims to operate her drone. Hammock. That's where they were. Hammock and Mims. All right. Dense, thick area. There's her drone. All right. And then we're back to this. All right. All right. So the family is just going for it. They're doing everything they can, in my opinion, with the money that they've raised and the things they've done. Again, they're here. I bet you that was intense when the identity of the body hadn't been established, and they talked about him being already decomposed. Look at that body found. Sheriffs say decomposing body was found. All right. That's got to be tough. This is all when it just happened. All right. And then day 2, they're looking for him. Oh, this is what I was saying, guys. She's saying, please check dash cameras.
Hey, Facebook. Just an update on Giovanni Pelletier. Giovanni is still missing. As of 1:30 a.m. on Friday, August the 1st, he left his vacation home in Englewood. He left with a cousin and some cousin's friends, from our understanding. And they were traveling to the Mims area, but about 20 to 21 minutes into their travels, something must have gone wrong. We don't know what.
20 to 21 minutes. 20 to 21 minutes. 20 to 21 minutes. I can't even, I literally can barely in 21 minutes walk across my house and go take out the trash and go outside and there. I mean, 21 minutes is nothing. Now, I'm a lot older than Giovanni, but it's nothing. Now, I'm going to show you the dad here in a minute after I pull this down, but this guy had so much love. And I got to tell you, you say, yes, the cousins need to be identified. Absolutely. They need to be identified. What goes wrong in 21 minutes? That's what I want to know.
But the last text message that anybody received from Giovanni was almost 2 a.m. between phone calls and text messages. We're still asking the public, please, please, please review your dash cam videos.
Please.
From Friday, August the 1st. Early morning hours.
Please.
If you were in Sarasota, Venice, Englewood, Bradenton, any of those areas, looking for a white Chevy Malibu. And if you see a white Chevy Malibu on your dash cam, please turn it into authorities right away. It's super important that we can kind of track the path of travel. And we need to bring Gio home. Time is critical right now.
Now we need to find out.
We've got to find him.
And now we need to find out what happened, folks. All right. So let's talk about that. I'm going to pull up the dad really quickly. And thank you. Yeah. 1,260 seconds. I can't do shit in that amount of time. That's wild. All right. So let me, where'd this go? Hold on. I'm trying to pull this up. I'm trying to show you the dad, just because I know a lot of people are going to ask about who the dad is later on. They're going to say, well, what happened to his dad? What's the connection? Did his dad do anything? Is his dad helping? Where's his dad? Well, there's his dad, guys. His dad's not helping. His dad's not getting out until 2053. According to Tiff. Thank you, Tiff. I appreciate that. They weren't blood cousins, right? I think they were blood cousins, guys. I'm pretty sure they were blood cousins, which doesn't mean a thing. They're not saying there's foul play, guys. And I'm going to play. There's a quick presser that I want you guys to see. That is Giovanni's dad. Now, remember, Giovanni went with cousins he had never met to go meet more family because he wanted to get to know that side of the family and he wanted to get that culture. Do you know what that means? All right. Culture. He wanted to get that culture. Yes, Chris, don't they have cameras everywhere? When we go back and we look over the Jen Soto, Stefan Stern saga like we're doing tomorrow, mostly for Jen Soto, 100% for Jen Soto, Jen Soto, there are cameras everywhere. All right, well, I'm going to tell you what. Yeah, the dad looks like a zombie. All right, now you know. That's the dad. I see the resemblance, though. I really do see that. The resemblance. All right, there's his. You want to go dig in some more and find out what the dad thinks? His name's Antoine Williams, black, male, 7/15/1991. He's not, wow, he's way younger than me. All right, so receipt date 11/20/24. Current custody close. Current release date, guys, 2053. All right. So yeah, look at that. He'll be out in 2053. Don't worry. Yes, that's his bio dad. That is Giovanni's bio dad, and he was going to see. Jay, the cops search the cousin's car. Cops know who they are. They do know who they are, but we haven't heard anything. And can I tell you what, Desiree? When they did the autopsy, they said the medical examiner didn't find foul play. Do you understand that? Do you know what that means when they don't find foul play? They're not going to do anything. Law enforcement is already not doing, they're not doing a great job. Yes, his mom is Puerto Rican and his dad is black. All right? Puerto Rican mom, black dad. All right? Yelling, crying, singing, all in unison in a car is really bad, 21 minutes. All right. Let's pull this down. I got one more thing to show you guys because I really do believe that this family needs help in this case. All right. So stop sharing this. And I always am skeptical about sharing my email because I never know what's going to be in there. All right. I want you to take a look at this. You guys keep talking about Sheriff Grady. Brevard County Sheriff gives an update on 18-year-old boy missing for 8 days. I didn't like this. I don't like this.
About our agency's involvement in Giovanni Pelletier, the missing person out of Charlotte County.
I don't like this.
First thing I want to clarify is we are not the lead agency on this investigation. Charlotte County is the lead agency on this investigation. There are some parts of it that dip into Manatee County, but the only connection to Brevard County.
All right, listen, real quick. I'm going to clear this up. The bio dad is the guy that I just showed you. That's his biological dad that's locked up until 2053. The stepdad, which is the mom's fiance, has nothing to do with any of this except for he's helping search, and I think he's the father of Giovanni's brother and sister. So I'm not really sure what you're saying. Okay. Giovanni was going to see bio dad's black culture. He wanted to find out about the culture in the black community. He wasn't raised in the Black community, and he wanted to know about that. It's not his stepdad. So no stepdad. Just think culture. We got Puerto Rican culture and we got Black culture, African American culture, whatever you want to call it. There's two way different cultures, right? And again, I use it as an example in my case. Two different cultures. I'm Puerto Rican. Baby Guilty is Puerto Rican, and I didn't want to give her the culture of the Black Puerto Rican or Black community because I don't know that culture. His mom didn't know that culture, so he wanted to find out bio dad's culture. So it's a bio dad. I want everybody to make sure, because I know there's people that are still like, they're in and out and they're catching different things. All right. Text message. Let me play this and I'll look at your text messages.
Is that the three young men that went over
Listen.
to Sarasota County are from Brevard County. There's no indication whatsoever, no evidence, no indication in any capacity that Giovanni Pelletier ever came to Brevard County. In fact, just the opposite. Things that this time demonstrate that he was not here. So our agency has been involved. We were reached out for by the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office, asked to go interview the three young men.
Okay, so see, when this gets confusing when my own mod says, I think the stepdad is Black and the fiance's family is stated in the intro they are visiting the stepdad. I don't think so. I don't think think he was visiting the stepdad's family. I absolutely don't think that. His bio dad's in prison and he's trying to get that culture. All right, so I'm going to scrap that, Synth. Let's not say that until we know for sure. Right now, I'm going to say that it's the biological dad and he wanted to learn that culture. I just showed the picture of the mom and stepdad and neither one of them look African American. Maybe the stepdad, which I don't even think is a stepdad. They just said it. Where did they say that at? Do we want to listen to this again? I don't think so. Synth. It doesn't make sense that he would go to a step dad or just random fiance guy, that he would go to a random fiance guy or his stepdad, whatever that guy is to him. I've never heard anything more about that guy. It doesn't make sense he'd be going to his family. He could have just went to his stepdad and asked him about the culture. So no, I don't think so, but I'm going to stand on that right now. He was visiting the area of his biological dad in Mims, Florida, Antoine Williams. All right. So yeah, you got to go back in, because if my mods are confusing chat, then they're really confused. So I'll keep that up for a minute. Yeah, Black Puerto Ricans are generally Indio, Taino, but they still don't have the same culture. And that's why we didn't do that with Baby Guilty, because I don't know that culture. I don't know the African American culture. Sanctuary city full of people in multiple regions. And again, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's why thank you for saying that, Faith and Repentance. I have no idea about that culture, but I can't tell you about Puerto Ricans. I can tell you about Spanish. I can tell you about Hispanic. All right. Now, his stepdad's Jeremy Brown. He lives with his stepdad. His stepdad is Spanish. Okay. So that clears that up. Why would he go see his stepdad's Spanish family and try to learn about his culture? Doesn't make sense. It's not true. All right, let's keep going. I just wanted you to hear what this guy's saying about this. He's talking about the three cousins, but they're also not doing shit. It just makes me mad. Let me just go back a little so you can hear it, because I got sidetracked by chat.
And that were over in their county that had picked Giovanni up.
Okay, never mind. Just leave right there.
When they first called, it was August 1st.
Thank you.
And our deputies went out, talked to one of the individuals, conveyed back to Charlotte County what information they developed. The following day, information started to spread on social media, misinformation, I should say. A lot of it was spread on social media. And Charlotte County asked us to go out and check on a car that had, according to what was being said on social media, had been part of this. The car was at a salvage yard. Our team went out and the car was not part of this. It had completely no connection to this. In fact, everything that we could tell from looking at the vehicle, it hadn't moved in a substantial.
And this is why I wanted you to hear this. Now, before I finish this, I just don't want to miss what Carrie says. Carrie helps me a lot in cases, especially Florida. Carrie says, hey, Jay, there are cameras on Highway 75 and State Road 70. Though he's not necessarily sure where they are located, He's reaching out to Florida Highway Patrol to ask them and also have them check the cameras in that area before leaving around 1:30 a.m. to travel with his cousins toward Brevard County to visit more family members. And thank you, Carrie. I'd be happy to work with you on this case as you find more things as well. All right. I appreciate you. All right. So they're not doing anything and it's pissing me off. All right. And please remember to use, in my opinion, when discussing theories, hit that like. Thank you. Yeah, because I don't want people being, I don't want you guys to walk away from an episode that I do with more questions. I want to answer as many as I can. Yes, I worked with Africans and they are very proud of their culture and they say they are different than African American. Okay, well, whatever culture, they never said, but I'm just going to say he wanted his bio dad that's in prison's culture, not the stepdad. He didn't want to know about Spanish. He didn't want to know about Puerto Rican. He wanted to know whatever that culture is. All right. And again, I'm just making an assumption based on his ethnicity and the dad. All right.
Amount of time. The brake pads were all rusted. Everything. The car had not moved. So, but as part of our assistance with them, as part of us offering,
right? Don't forget hit that like button, guys.
We actually sent agents to go interview the 3 young men. We've not only interviewed them, we've interviewed other members of the family. We've also recovered the actual vehicle that the boys were driving, and that vehicle, the family gave it to us, said, take it, do whatever you need to do with it. We did. We took it. We had our crime scene team go through it and reported back to Charlotte County that there was no evidence of any type of wrongdoing that was part of it. So, as you guys have probably.
So if we're watching a press conference where this guy, this sheriff is saying, he's literally saying there's no foul play. And then we get the medical examiner saying no foul play. And then we're going to get toxicology back and more from the medical examiner. You think police are going to keep doing anything? No. All right. I just wanted to leave off on that. This is the last segment. I didn't even think I was going to be on this long. I thought this case would only take me about 45 minutes and we're already an hour and a half in, guys. So if you like the way I present true crime and you like how I present true crime, please hit that like button. All right. We don't know why 1:30 a.m. But when I was younger, I used to start going out 12, 1. Who cares when you're younger? He was only 18. Time doesn't matter also when you're on vacation, in my opinion.
We've seen in some of the stuff going on, some of the news reports, some of his items, a backpack, a school bag, and a telephone were found on the interstate over in Manatee County, I believe it was. But there's nothing to indicate he ever came to Brevard County. In fact, just the opposite from the witness statements that we've had and any evidence that Charlotte County has been able to collect. So we continue to offer our assistance to them. We will, as always, be great partners. Some people have asked, why aren't you guys out searching for him? There is no place to search. There's nothing that would say, go look in this specific area. The only reason that some people were looking on the road they were looking on and had organized a search party is because of misinformation about the car at the salvage yard being in that. That was all erroneous. None of it was factual. And so there's no place that would clue us in and say, put a search party here. Clearly, knowing us as everybody does, if we had even the slightest of information.
But remember, they did have a search party and they found nothing. Then the family's private eye went in and found his body. All right. Does anyone know how far Giovanni was found from the car? They did show maps, but they never talked about how long it would take on foot from Highway 70 or Highway 75, whatever it was. So I don't know if anyone in chat knows, let me know. It's hard to tell by when someone's on foot versus a car. So, and this presser is helpful, but this presser also shows you that they're not doing anything. And what's up? Good to see you, Tay Dermis. It sounds like he just wanted to meet his dad's family and be accepted. No culture to learn at 1:30 a.m. That was good. That was good. Good. That's what his mom says.
I said he was at this location of that. We would be out there organizing everything and putting together. So our resources continue to be available to them. Our resources continue to help in any way we can. But the investigation is Charlotte County's, and we stand by to assist them. So I'll answer any questions you guys might have.
I don't know if you can answer this, Sheriff, but I'll ask it anyway. It's been a week since this young man disappeared. Have there been any sightings? Has there been, any substantial leads that you're aware of?
So to my knowledge, there's not been any sightings, certainly none that I've been made aware of. I can tell you that a lot of information has come in. In fact, that's one of the things that we would ask. There was something went out that said, if you have information, call your local law enforcement agency. I think the better path to protecting the integrity of the information is to contact the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office and speak directly with the agents or investigators that are working this case. Because, if you're calling an agency in Brunswick, Georgia, for example, and giving them information, something's going to get lost in the translation. So the best point of contact is the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office.
Did you also learn about the last text his family says that he sent? It said something.
All right,
last.
I've been made aware of that, but I haven't seen it. I don't know the relevance of it in the context of it, I should say.
What do you mean you don't know the relevance of it?
Does their story match what Charlotte County says they said?
So from what I can tell you, well, we did the interview with them. So what I can tell you is that everyone we have interviewed, their story is consistent throughout. Not just the three boys, but also family members, timeline, everything else seems to be consistent with their story.
Even if there is no foul play, how can someone disappear? Is there any explanation for that in this day?
So, I mean, obviously, there's certainly a great concern for this young man's safety, especially as time goes on. So someone disappearing just off the face of the earth is very difficult to do.
You think?
What was going on in the car?
You know what sucks the most about this case is that those boys may not be held accountable for anything. And can you imagine letting your child go off with family members and them just let your child get out of the car off of the freeway and then you just keep on going to wherever you're going? It just doesn't make sense. All right. Teresa says Mims, Florida is a high METH area close to Bithlo, Florida, METH town. All right. This case, this is not the last that we're going to hear about this. And I pray that these people get justice, meaning that they find out what happened. Now, if there was no foul play and they find out what happened was really something hit him the wrong way, it was laced and he did it, I still want to hold those cousins accountable for letting him go out of the car like that.
What we've been told.
Why didn't they call 911?
Acting kind of out of control and things, but to just not know where he's at this point. Hopefully, some type of evidence is going to lead us to that point. All right.
Any cell phone records to track this movement?
Cell phone records, guys.
Yeah. So Charlotte County has that part of the investigation. Obviously, if we're conducting an investigation, we'll just say in a general format, we would be looking at cell phone records. We would be looking at any type of video cameras at businesses, anything of that nature in the area. I don't want to try and get too much in the weeds on their case to protect the integrity of it. I wanted to kind of tell you what we've done, but certainly if it was a case that we were working in a different, that would be the things we'd be looking at.
He's from North Carolina.
So everything that they have conveyed to us on their investigative leads, everything that our own interviews and investigative leads have shown, there's no ties that brought him to Brevard County.
Should the other three people have not let him get out of that car?
Exactly.
I wasn't there, so I don't know what was going on. I don't know if they
literally asked him, why did they let him get out of the car? And this guy says, I don't know. I wasn't there. And then he didn't even know about the help me mom text message. Now, Maritza says the family had plenty of time to get their story together. If they didn't do it, then they know what happened. Too many gaps. Rest in peace, Gio. I'm going to show you real quick because you guys want to, I'm going to do one more time the map so you can see what and where and who and all that stuff. All right. Newly met families are still strangers. I agree. People wondering why they drove to State 70 Road. That's because it's direct cut through road to the East Coast. All right. I know, right? This made me mad too. That's made me mad too. That's why he had no idea when, where, what. Yeah, nothing. Thank you, Rebecca. Great commentary. Hit that like button. All right. Okay. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you a quick thing because you say there's a pond right there also off of SR 70 and 175. There's also cameras. This guy's pissing me off right here.
Felt their safety was at risk. I don't know. I wasn't there for that part of it. I can only tell you what we were told.
Their safety was at risk.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, that guy makes me, that whole press conference made me mad, you guys. That's the only reason I played it, is because it pissed me off and I wanted to show you. I wanted to make sure it wasn't just me that was pissed off by it. Like, what? He didn't know anything. How did you not know anything? The whole, what? It just doesn't make sense. All right. One more thing before we go, guys. And there's still 152 people in here. Please hit the like button and then share. Look at, you guys can see there now. There you go. There's a map. There's Orlando. Okay, so first we started off in Englewood. He was picked up by his cousins and driven back to Mims, Florida. All right, number 2, Mims, about 3 hours away from Englewood. And then here on the left, backpack and phone discovered. All right, do you see the areas there? All right, so that gives you a better idea of, there's Miami down there. There's where he was picked up, number 1. Number 2 was a 3-hour drive where they drove. And then the third was where the backpack and phone were discovered. All right. We're having a pissed off partly, right? What? Yeah, no, it's definitely not. Yeah, he did. Yes. Yes. He gave me that vibe. Like, it's not my problem. Please don't call us. Call the other place. Oh, really? The sheriff's keeping info from the public? Okay. All right, I'm not happy with the way law enforcement's handling this at all. All right, that being said, guys, we need to keep this family in our prayers and we need to get justice for Giovanni. And if justice right now means to get the word out there about what really happened. And again, you heard 2 more things that we didn't hear before. Number 1, we heard all of a sudden we heard that he had a knife. He was erratic and he pulled out a knife. What? How come they didn't say that before? And why aren't they talking about that now? And then secondly, I didn't know that a private eye that the family hired is the one that found the body and law enforcement didn't find ish. All right. So anyway, this whole thing just upsets me because I feel like when they say that there's no foul play from the medical examiner, from this presser we just saw, and what else do we hear from? No foul play? I don't think so. Nina Drew, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. I do appreciate you. All of that helps Guilty of Crime and the channel to keep going. All right, his cousins are way too suspicious. All right, guys, now listen, before you go, we still have 167 people in here, and I really would love to have each and every one of you here. I'd love to have each and every single one of you here the rest of the week. And the reason why I ask you to be here the rest of the week is because we are doing Jennifer Soto roasts. Now, it's not necessary. It's not a roast like it's just nonsense. I'm calling it that. But we're going to do 2 parts of the leash. Let me show you. We're going to do 2 parts of about the leash, and was the leash what took Maddie's life? Part 1, part 2. Third part is going to be, did Jen Soto clean up? Did she clean the crime scene? Who cleaned the crime scene? So we got 3 parts on Jen Soto this week. We got 1 part on analysis of Stephen Stern's friend, a friend of Stephen Stern's that I think is questionable, that may have been a friend that possibly traded CSAM, produced CSAM. I don't know. We're gonna look into that together. So I'd love for you guys to be here this week with me to cover part 1 tomorrow. Was the leash a weapon? Part 2 will be, did Jen Soto do that? What did she have involved? Part 3 is going to be who cleaned up the crime scene. And then the 4th one will be the analysis on Stern's friend. Friday, we're going to have a call-in show for one of these episodes. So don't worry, on Friday, we're going to run one of these episodes and then do call-ins. All right. And I got to tell you, on the last call-in, it went a little wild. I will not accept that on call-ins. If you have an agenda just to come crush Jay from Guilty of Crime and shame my viewers, I'm just going to kick you off. But if you're respectful and you want to have a conversation about what's happening, then come on, call. Let's talk. You don't have to agree with me. You can agree to disagree respectfully. All right. I wasn't happy with the last one, and I feel like it went too far and some people's feelings got hurt. And I don't want that to happen on my channel. All right. I don't roll that way. I wish I'd get notifications so I'm not always late. Now listen, Stolen Spirits, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, right? Every day, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m., 7 p.m. So Stolen Spirits, just roll on over here at 4 o'clock or 7 and you'll find me live. All right. And today I didn't want to go live because of my allergies and my jaw hurts, but you guys made it awesome. So thank you. All right. So please do me a favor. What's keeping from justice is a diagnosis by Florida. Her diagnosis. Sorry, I'm late. Just Josie, please go back and rewatch it. All right. Can you guys do me a favor and come back the rest of the week because this is what we're covering. There's a lot of chumos, but Maddie's case was publicized. Maybe Jen did a deal with the feds. Or I don't know. We're going to talk about all this. All right. Remember, a conversation takes at least 2 people taking turns talking. On one person is just their soapbox. Thank you, Teresa. Be nice to Jay. She works super hard. All right. I love you guys. On that note, I just want to make sure you guys are around for the rest of the week. And I love you. Thank you so much. I'm going to go lay down now, eat something, hang out with Baby Guilty. Remember, Baby Guilty, her first day of 5th grade was today. So everybody on your way out, hit that like button, share this episode if you found it interesting and you learned something today, share it, and then show some love for Baby Guilty in chat. All right. It was her first day in 5th grade. That's a big deal because I remember Baby Guilty as still being just a little nugget, just my little nugget. I remember seeing the little, the little sonogram thing and just seeing a little nugget in there. It was like that. And then I remember hearing that Baby Guilty was a girl. And I was like, what am I going to do with the girl? I only knew how to take care of boys. So I love Baby Guilty. Send love to her. 5th grade baby. Love that girl. Love you guys. Love sharing my nights with you. Set your alarm. You're not going to want to miss my episodes all week long. I promise. All right. On that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Love you guys. Have a good night. Thank you guys. Love you.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty?